Good evening, Libra. It's your friend Kimberly here, and I am Garden Witch Tarot. You can reach me at gardenwitchtarot@gmail.com. If you're interested in a private reading, I will be doing those on a limited basis. I'm sorry, my goal when I came back to my channel was to start popping out at least a couple of videos every couple of days, and then I had some technical difficulties, so I don't know if you've looked at any of my other videos, but there's like a lag, and so hoping that I have kind of gotten the kinks out. But we're going to do a reading for our Libra friends for what's left of April 2018. What have we got for Libra? April 2018. What is in store for Libra? Not wanting to cooperate there. Libra, what's going on? Libra for April of 2018. Okay, pretty good about that. Let's see what we've got for Libra. Okay, we have the Two of Swords popping out in the reverse. So this is about justice, finding a balance, but justice is the theme here, and you've got this in reverse. So for some of you Libra, you may be trying to, this may be a head versus heart situation that you're dealing with. Do you follow your head or do you follow your heart? They may be not on the same page as far as something that you know is good for you emotionally versus something that you know feels what logically makes sense versus your emotional response to something. So that could be a theme. So we're going to leave that right there. Let's go ahead and cut this deck and see what we've got. We've got the Tower as the overall theme here. So some of you have made some big changes, or you're trying to make a decision and there's big changes on the horizon, but you want to try to make sure that you keep a balance, and there's a big change that's coming. So the Tower card typically represents something kind of catastrophic that's happened, like all of a sudden, and like the whole building comes falling down. It can be like kind of traumatic. But if you look at this witch in this deck, like the look on her face, like she is in possession of the outcome of this situation. So, and by the way, this is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, which I love. But the fact that this catastrophic event has taken place, this may be something that you need to do. You may need to do something, or you may be considering doing something to shake things up on your own. So let's go ahead and see what we've got here for our lovely Libra friends. Very interesting reading here. Okay, so we're going to put that, and then we're going to leave this 2 over here, this Two of Swords. Now, you Libra, as an air sign, you are represented by the swords, and the swords are about logic, thinking clearly, and it's the rational mind versus like wands, which have to do with communication and passion and emotion and that kind of thing. So I think that it's good that this is you being you, but it's upside down. So I think you may be having, and this was actually right side up, you may be having a hard time making a decision, or you may feel like uncomfortable, like unsure of yourself, because you may be dealing with something, for instance, it's maybe more of an emotional issue than a usual logical brain issue, and so that may be causing you to feel like a little out of your element. So here we go. So the first card that we have is the Two of Cups. Okay, so this is either representing you, Libra, or somebody else, or the situation. So the Two of Cups is a card of romance, of true love. These two people are sharing their cups with one another, and you see they're on a beach. Their cats are getting along. There's sun coming up in the background. This is a great card. So for some of you, and this may not apply to everybody, listen, if you're new to videos, or even if you're not, because I get a lot of feedback like, oh, this didn't apply to me, or oh, that wasn't it, or you got it all wrong or something. You know, if you don't feel like this applies to you, then it probably doesn't. There's a lot of people in the world, and I can't make a general reading apply to every single person. So, but there's some sort of emotional thing at the center here. It may not necessarily be a romantic situation. For some of you, it definitely is, but there's definitely something to do with your emotions and your cups, shared emotions with another person. And then what's crossing you is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, as you can see, this little witch is, she's sneaking off in the night. The Six of Swords is about moving into calmer waters, okay? And it could be that there's a romantic situation that you want to move into calmer waters, or an emotional situation that either is or it's not. Like it's plaguing you because you can't seem to, no matter what, move into calmer waters. Or in this deck, you can see she's kind of like stealing off in the night. And so you could be worried that somebody else is going to abandon you or leave you. Or it could be that you're like your instinct is to run away from the situation. And it could be because like the emotional aspect of things are not where you're comfortable. It may be uncomfortable for you to deal with the emotional side of things. But there's some major arcana, and we're coming up on our first one. There's the moon at the foundation of this situation. The root of this situation is the moon in reverse. And the moon is about secrets, the things that are revealed when the light is not shed upon them. So usually you can see things better in the light, and in the dark there are things that are hidden from you. So either you can't see them because they're in the dark, or when things aren't bright and shiny, it could be that when things are not bright and shiny, that certain aspects of another person or situation come to light. You know, there are people in the world that when things are good, that they're good, and then the second that things turn bad, they can't deal with it. And for some reason, I'm feeling compelled to say that. So if that applies to you, you know who you are. But this is the moon in reverse. And as you can see in this card, I love this witch. You know, she's flying across the moon. But look at this cat. This cat is looking at its reflection in this pool of water. And as you can see, when the card is in the upright, it's like a little tabby cat, and then its reflection is this big cat. So again, you know, things are not what they seem. There's this sense that things are not what they seem. And this card is in the reverse. So it could be that you're about to get some of the answers that you want, or it could just be that at the foundation of this is making you really uncomfortable, like you're not sure about where to trust your instincts, and that's here in this Two of Swords in the reverse. And it's giving you this feeling of I don't know, maybe I need to, you know, run. Maybe you're considering running here too with this Six of Swords. But it looks like either you in this situation, or this could be the other person, their emotions or intentions are motivated by an honest kind of they're being honest with their emotions, or they're coming from a place of genuine emotion or love. Genuine, they're coming from a genuine place. So in the immediate past, we have the Knight of Swords that's in the reverse. So the Knight of Swords is somebody who moves pretty fast. You can see he's flying through the air on his broomstick, and there's a flock of birds around him, and it's unclear whether they are with him or against him. But he's got his sword at the ready. And for those of you, Libra, who are not that familiar with tarot yet, the sword represents knowledge, like the knowledge of something. So he has his truth, and he's ready to forge ahead with it. So for you, this is in the reverse. So it seems like recently, either something came to light, you found out that maybe you got some news about this person that you're involved with that didn't sit well with you, or that made you second guess things. You may have found out that somebody wasn't telling the truth, or it could be that you were involved with somebody in the past and you thought that they were genuine and true, and they things move swiftly and you fell for it, and then it turned out that they were fat liars. And so it may be that now you're looking for the dark part of people, or it could be that you in the recent past haven't been not that you've been dishonest, but maybe you just haven't been ready to move forward quickly in this situation, or in any situation. So what's overseeing all of this situation, and let's also say, before we go on any further, that the moon is the card of Pisces. So we've got a water sign here that it could be, and then the star card here is an Aquarius. So overseeing everything, we've got the star card. So it could be that you're dealing, there's so many. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4, 5 major arcana cards in this reading, and we're coming up to the second one, which is the star card. So these just could be like really instead of being an archetype for a certain sign, these could definitely be, this could be that you're dealing with an Aquarius person is at the forefront of all of this. An Aquarius is another air sign, or it could be that you're dealing with a deeper meaning of this card. So the star card is about wishes granted and things coming to light, and kind of like being able to put like a higher knowledge into action. So if you look here, like she's getting this magical power from the universe. It's coming to her, and it's coursing through her, and then she's putting it down into this river. So she's pulling it from the stars and then putting it on into the earth. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful card. But it's about wishes coming true, and you being able to kind of manifest, take the things that you have that are important to your higher self, and putting them into practical use. So you've got that overseeing. So I think you're really trying to, and here with the Tower too, like you're really, really trying to do your best to use logic and reason over this whole situation, and to use your positive powers here. But I don't know what's going on. There's so much. It's like your knee-jerk reaction, Libra, is just to run here. And the next card we have is the Emperor in the reverse. Here's your next major arcana card. So far we've had the Tower, the Moon, the Star, and then followed. This is the immediate future. Unless you do something. And the Emperor is a card of Aries. So for some of you, there may be an Emperor, or there may be an Emperor for one or two of you. I don't know how many emperors there are on the earth anymore. But you may be dealing with an Aries. And this Aries is in the reverse. So it could be that this person turns out to not be good for you. I don't think so, though. At the end, I'm just going to fast forward to the very end. The most likely outcome is the Lovers card. The Lovers is the card of Gemini, but it's also a card of lovers. So we start the journey here with the Two of Cups, true love, and we end the journey here with the Lovers, true love. So for some of you, this is a major, major situation. But instead of me really thinking that this Emperor is like, turns out to be, he's a messed up Aries and fucked up and, excuse me, and does you dirty or something, I really feel like you're pushing this person away in the immediate future. And that's why he's upside down. This Aries person is somebody that you're pushing away in the immediate future. Because you're not sure what the truth is. Like, you're not ready to move forward swiftly. Or, I mean, it's like you've literally, you know, got an emergency bag packed and sitting by the door for the second things mess up. It's like you're just waiting for the bottom to drop out. And for those of you who this applies to, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I need to, for time, keep going. Or this Emperor could be indicative of you. Again, you can see that the Emperor in this deck, he's got a chart right in front of him that charts out the stars. And you know, it could be that if you are feeling out of sorts or out of touch with your inner self, it could be that this is you feeling like you still don't know the way, like with those that chart, the charted stars. Like, you may still just in the immediate future be feeling like you're a little lost or out of your entity, I guess is a better word. And here we've got you is the Four of Cups. So you're focusing on what's lost and not what is there. The Four of Cups is kind of a card of boredom. And it can just be like what's the word? Sometimes I feel so silly because I can't access words that I know. I have a pretty high vocabulary and sometimes I just can't think. But you're so focused on what's not good about the things that are right in front of you that you're totally missing this new thing that's coming through the door. So you may have some preoccupation with the negative aspect of whatever's going on in your life. But there's good things coming. So look around, Libra. There's other stuff there. Like, don't become so focused on one thing that you miss the other things. How people are seeing you or what's in your environment, the people that are around you, maybe manifesting this, or this could be how people are seeing you, is the Five of Swords in the reverse. So the Five of Swords is like a super, like, it's pretty bitchy energy. You can see that these three witches are there, and like this witch over here, they're working on this spell that, you know, they're supposed to be working on this spell together, but this one over here is doing such a good job, and then she just kind of took off and ran with it, and then she left these other two going, I thought we were working on this together. So look, this one over here, she's like, haha, I've done great, I'm victorious. But really what she's done is she's alienated her friends. And so this is in the reverse for you. So there may be a message here that you need to look at what you're focusing on. Definitely, like you're feeling that your focus is on negative things, like what you can't have or what you don't have, rather than what you do have. And then people here may be seeing you also focused in a negative way on, or so focused on something that you can't have time for your friends. In your hopes and fears, we've got the Page of Swords. I know this is for you, Libra. Those of you who this applies to, because there's air all over this. There's swords, which is your suit. There's air all over this reading. So we've got the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords comes with an offer, a message. He's got the truth. And this is in your hopes and fears. So I think either you're hoping for the truth or you're afraid of the truth. And that's something only you can answer about this situation. But in the end, the most likely solution is the Lovers here. So for some of you, it could be that there's a Gemini that you're dealing with. And for some of you, this is a true love situation that you're hyper focused on, and you're afraid, I think, because of this past experience. And now it's like you don't trust yourself to have good judgment. That's the overall thing that I fear. And like you're so focused on, look, I've had loss. I've had loss in the past with these 3 empty chalices. And then it's like you either don't want to believe that this person that you're dealing with now is genuine because you were so hurt in the past. But you're not trusting your instincts, and there's part of you that's ready to run, ready to just say, no, not going to take a chance, you know, like it's safer to just walk away and know that I did that myself and that was my choice, than to be disappointed by somebody else. Okay, so that is for you, Libra. And then we're going to move on, and we are going to do an oracle card. I'm going to use the Oracle of Eve. This is by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. This is them. These are beautiful, wonderful cards with kind of, we're going to call that a flute. It's too many. I usually really like to go with cards that jump out, like that one I think is our card, but when like 7 of them jump out, sometimes I'll go with it and sometimes I won't. Okay, so 23, the 23rd card in this oracle is At Your Service, and we'll look at our book and read what it says. It says, I hope it's comforting to know there's a big universal butler who is working behind the scenes, taking care of all the details, making sure every little thing is turning out exactly as planned. This butler is as loyal as Fido, as determined as Diana, never give up, Naiad, as trustworthy as your own beating heart. So can you let him carry the tray? So what this card is about is that the universe is bigger than you. There are definitely some higher power undertones there, but the universe is bigger than you, Libra, and whether it's your friends, whatever your beliefs are, it may be time right now to give up some control and depend on your friends or other people in your life to help you keep balance and replenish your energy. So if that's about relaxing and like getting your nails done, if that's your thing, or taking some time off, asking somebody else to do something for you, whether it's your kids, maybe it's time to tell them to do their own dishes once a week, or start their own laundry, or something of that nature. You know, you can't be all things at all times for everybody. So that's your message. There's help out there, Libra. Go find it. So please like, subscribe, share, comment, email me if you'd like, and I will see you soon.